Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of Dimensionalist. I'm a Dimensionalist. Look, today's topic's about when people tell me to do my power right there in front of them, and why I have to say, well, this is why. Because when I eat, I drink fluoride water, which calcifies the pineal gland, that stops the energy centers and dirties up the nadis, which the Kundalini energy can't be risen to do the powers. You get what I'm saying? Boom. Pesticides preservatives dirty up the endocrine gland, so they can't secrete the hormones to the pituitary gland and the thymus gland and the pineal gland owned. So, if they wanted me to do it and I show it, I have no reason to prove it to them, because you don't tempt thy God. You know, we're the God selves and shit. Ye are gods. That's what God says in the Bible. So why can't Christians just logically say it like that? I don't know. What does it mean that? It means you're just an old person and you're godlike because you're nice. I'm like, fuck you, retarded bitch behind the door in jail. You know, that shit sounds dumb as fuck. You're God. It says it in the Bible. I mean, you just haven't received a revelation. That's what it means, you know? I know. Yeah, so he was like, do your powers. And I'm like, yeah, I just, listen, you gotta, like, I can't just, you have to have a higher state of consciousness or it's not gonna work. Your lower consciousness, you can't manipulate and move your matter or your physical body with your mind. Because it's mind, your soul, insert soul merge, Kundalini awakening, soul energy and entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand this stuff. And then, like, you just, connect there, and then you can bring the body and move the matter of the body. It's like mind, soul, and body. Your mind's over the body at that point, and you got the soul merge in. You're instantly at all corners of where you see your life, right? Like everything behind me and everything I can see and feel, meaning the corners of where the clouds are, the coldness. You get what I'm saying? Everything that's the corners of the four corners of where I'm at. I kind of looking like a cube when I'm walking around. A big triangle. You get what I'm saying? Until it ends out that triangle and I can't see further, that's where my reality is. I can control all that. Now, who's auric field? I also heard is that whose soul knowledge and their knowledge and stuff come in place, who can overlap another person's reality and move the other person's veil. And there's the veil of ignorance. You get what I'm saying? So this means like hit someone, right? And then like, I don't even hit them. I remove their veil and then I bilocate into their auric field and start teleporting, bilocating and stuff like that. I've done it before, and we've done it once. I had like a mission to do, and I was really had the power, and I just at one time did that one last final invocation, and then boom, felt that one tug, boom, boom, and then like moved my hand, right? I do this certain hand seal, boom, cross into it, bam, hit the dude, boom, body inserts a higher dimensional reality. Instantly at one point, step outside my body, consciousness moved to a critical point, by location, fifth dimensional dome of consciousness, darkness, you know what I'm saying? And then insertions of light. I don't see how y'all fucking can't understand that shit, man. Like, it says it in the Bible that it's just the true sons of God and revealing of the sons of God with the light. You know what I'm saying? It's just true, these are the true sons of God, of light. You get what I'm saying? The Bible doesn't say that directly because it's a big, how can I say this? When the King James Bible was put together, right, I believe it has all the Masonic code and the Enlightenment, or per se, I guess the Illuminati, or the whatever the fuck. It's like a guidebook to help the person dissect themselves outside of the reality, and if you make it, you're allowed to, I guess, kind of. I don't really know. But my point is that the Bible's put in place so these people have a little bit easier on reality, because when people come into life, they're like, it's really fucking overwhelming, because then there's a tons of fucking questions that has to be answered. And a lot of people who are young and have, you know, growing up nowadays, or in any days, they're always going to come to the conclusion of what this is. What is this? And that's where the mind goes kind of crazy, because it doesn't understand where it's at, you know? And that's pretty scary if you really think about it. And the people have to backtrack and talk to other people thinking, hey, what's going on? And that's why another person wants to grab and hold someone, because they're confused why their physical body, why they're in a reality they can never escape. You know what I'm saying? Or at least until they die. You go to sleep, you're going to wake up, you're going to do these things. You're trapped in the United States government, you're just trapped in Japanese government, England, United Kingdom countries. Whatever it is, you're going to have to speak up and get things done. If not, you're just going to sit and rot into the ground. You know, isn't that crazy? So yeah, back to the point of ascending and stuff. I can ascend. Of course, you have to have your frequency, your body at a certain frequency. That's called ascending. Just because I'm down in the material universe with y'all and shit, I can ascend up to the fifth dimension, and solidify my consciousness there. When I say solidify, I don't mean actually solid as in matter becoming solid, like my consciousness fitting itself in place, and then I can understand where all the memory context is in my mind, to start looking around and then understanding where I need to draw in energy and focus. Because then I got a specific goal in place when I had my Kundalini awakening in 2009. Because all this, for some reason, I look at it as that all this is for my major experience. I was only Christian, and I kind of was dabbling in or looking at occult and Hindu religion, right? And the chakras. I didn't quite understand it because I was a Christian guy. I was a completely devoted Christian. So devoted that I fasted, stopped eating, awakened to Kundalini. I didn't mean for that to happen. Like, Kundalini was something accidental. But like that goes back to the tenet of me saying that you are able to find that. You get what I'm saying? That the Bible was there, and that if that wasn't there, then how would I become holy enough and cleanse myself? I read this book by Doreen Virtue called Healing with the Angels, and then she explains, like, if someone asked me why can't I do this right now, I was like, because the body preservatives, the government, FDA, the United States of America, I don't know, I gotta look at the foods over there, you can modify it to where you can ascend outside that reality. It's available in there. That's why I said that the rapper Immortal Technique in one of my videos doesn't know what he's talking about. He said you get a generic brand cereal and a real brand cereal, you don't get a choice. You know what I'm saying? No, that's not real. You have a choice to step outside of that. If you don't find the puzzle to it, you're screwed. So that's what my dimensional channel is for. Because if everybody ascends, we go into the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension is there, but what people don't understand about the third dimension is it's going to stay here as long as it needs to, or forever, from my understanding. So people can always incarnate 3D, send to fourth, fifth dimension. You know what I'm saying? Because supposedly Ash Sheeran, the guy I believe in and shit, was only born in an etheric plane. He's like millions and millions and millions of years old, and he has a galactic command of spaceships and stuff. And how they see God, they don't ever see God. They're in their spaceship and they ascend in the love and light, right? And then he, in the middle of their spaceship, with all the other ascended masters and or dimensional entities, extraterrestrials from other universes and dimensions come into play, and or can have the matched a certain geometrical light frequency of the spaceship. There's a beam of light from source in the middle of the spaceship, and they see it. That beam of light's God. That's the coolest shit I've ever heard, ever. I don't give a fuck what no one says. So go to universe-people.com. It's a real website, by the way. It's not a joke. Like when I said the other website on one of my other videos. But yeah, universe, put a hyphen in, people.com. Universe-people.com. Universepeople.com, something like that. And it'll show, there's pictures in it that show that there's a beam of light in the middle of a spaceship. Of course, I've seen pictures, and then I've read it in books, how, why, and what, and it makes logical sense that way, because people have the grace of God, and those people who are ascended masters and actually are ascended through the paths of life, because at one point when you ascend, you can become a planetary logos. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. You become a planetary logo, you become an entire planet, and then everything on your planet you feel. So that means if a motherfucker gets shot and dies on Earth, the Earth feels it. Terror. You know what I'm saying? Gaia feels that shit. What y'all benefit from this video, and everybody in the world, and music and people playing stuff, that Earth feels all that. You know, you're within the dimensional structure of Earth. Terra, dimensional light sphere. Coming out of Alcyon star system, and these gods govern that shit. Like, watch it. They make sure that everything's fucking cool. And there's a fucking room there's a room where these beings, Alcyon, are watching on columns in a sphere. That's Earth. That's the light Earth. But they got a little model of it because they could dimensionally go there, because they already know how that travel works. They just got the whole pattern of the geometrical space in front of them. You know what I'm saying? Because they've already mastered that. You know, I don't understand how the fuck that works. That's like me having a little mini fucking shit next to me, and I'm watching what the fuck's going on in my room, right? And I'm right there next to it in its small version, right here next to me. And I'm watching whatever's going on in it, and I'm fucking somewhere halfway across the galaxy. That's how far they are in technology. Hate to say it. That's how fucking far they are. They got hologram decks. They got ways to fucking... I don't know if they can play back memories like fucking Star Trek, but I mean, I like Star Trek more than Star Wars. I think that's where the line divides. People who like Star Wars do not think any fucking spaceship's real. People more along the lines of liking Star Trek doesn't mean people in Star Wars doesn't like it, but the majority of the people who believe in Star Wars have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. I was like, dude, don't you like space and stuff? Like, okay. So, dude, I'm like, yeah, those people are like, gonna have to step up and create a dimensional sphere for themselves. So yeah, the dimensional sphere, and that's how far they're on the holodeck, time space machine. They can basically bring their spaceship over us, right? And supposedly everything within its vicinity stop time. They know how to fucking stop time. I mean, of course I say in my videos knocking and stuff, and because I'm just one being. You got fucking beings and spaceships and shit that have all the galactic knowledge in the world, and it's from source. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers are going to have time travel. They're going to be able to come into place, because there's one book I read, and I swear to God, the two people, another guy I met, had taught me the channeling because he met that guy. It's real, because how the fuck would his or these energies come upon me knowing that this shit's kind of real? Excuse me for this plane. I got an airport. And I'm like, these people got time travel. Hold up, once this plane passes. Plane left. Okay, look, just got tired of that plane, man. I hope it didn't mess up any of the audio for this video, guys. So yeah, yeah, they got time travel. I mean, not time travel per se, but a time-space machine. And what that does is makes it where they can stop time, move shit around, grab a person, and then by the time they resumed, the people in reality, right? If I was to be removed and another person see it, as soon as I'm gone, the person's mind's not going to understand that person left. You get what I'm saying? Because the physics of reality, how people see the Newton law, they're going to think that person had to move and forward, left, front, back, or right, or up, because the person can fly, but they can't. I mean, unless they got the powers and shit, then they can, you know, use their chi to lift off the ground and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, they can manipulate time space. That's all I gotta say. I don't really explain it more than that. The people, they can like make it stop time, right? And you move the person out from outside of that, right? Once that person sees that person's gone, they're not gonna know. They're not gonna understand. They're gonna just think, okay, that person just left, or they're gone. You're not gonna think, oh, that person's vanished or gone. They might have some. See, that's called conspiracy theorists. You know, what the fuck just happened? That's where conspiracy comes from. People can't explain reality and physics and Newtonian law. And one of the other book I read is that Newtonian physics is obsolete, and that thoughts have interface that can change reality. And people are firstly thinking that they have to move an object first to make something happen. That's where Newtonian's law comes in. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed another video of Dimensional. So I'm going to close the video out. It's getting kind of long. Other than that, I hope y'all take care. Peace.